He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So South Carolina's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Rivero. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Grab behind the line. It's Davis. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Knight. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tar Heels offense will take the field for the first time. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Back to throw, it's Gaines. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I know, everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's got it. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Trying play action. This time he's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll ride Davis here. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. All by himself. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in Game 2 so far.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to throw, it's Gaines. Caught behind the line, it's Carry-On. As the Rooster throws, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Lowers those pads. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man, it's Blackwell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The inside handoff. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Fourth down. It would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt from here, but they'll go for it instead. He'll go to the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Good timing on the quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've moved it inside the 10, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Scanning the field, it's Rivero. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say,
he's loose, ripping through the defense. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but fine. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
the offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carry-On. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Rivero. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. It's Sanchez. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Rivero. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, The defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak. And
Turning it on! The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Dropping back, it's Gaines. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job of this defense to stop him in his tracks.
It'll be interesting to see what the head coach wants to do here, guys. Of course, you just got stopped trying to run the football down close on 3rd down. Now it's 4th and goal, but you're on the 2-yard line.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
South Carolina, 17. North Carolina, 7.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Rivero. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Gamecocks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Blackwell. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Gamecocks are on the move. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Rivero. He's got him. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Tries again to get it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third and goal where the strong come through. Here we go. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 30. The 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. There he goes! Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. They'll give it to him again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. While the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense is in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To the air, it's Gaines. Makes the catch. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sanchez. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
That's reeled in. It's Sanchez. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw. It's Gate. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. Here's the return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year, the home field advantage.